So we'll call the meeting to order at 7:07. Thanks for joining, everybody. Happy almost spring. All right, we'll go ahead and can I get a motion to approve the agenda? I will make the motion, please. Second. Okay, and then all in favor? Now, motion to approve the February minutes. Okay, we made it. And second. There's still time to discuss afterwards. We can discuss together. Okay, thanks. All right. And then take a moment if you haven't had a chance to review it yet. And then we can have any discussion, any changes, edit, etc. Okay. Any comments, questions, changes? All right, hearing none, all in favor? All right, we will move along to the director's report.
Okay, so the first thing I just wanted to let everybody know, last year, Alexandra Pierce from New Lebanon is the one who won our scholarship. Her mother passed away last week. So I have a card here for her. Figured if anyone wanted to sign it, that's totally would be wonderful. So I know that she's got a twin sister and I think an older sister who's helping out, but she's pretty, she was only 53, so she's pretty young and it was pretty unexpected. So I just thought we could show her some support. So if anyone wants to sign it, I'll just throw it out there. On that happy note, the things are going still running. We're still chugging along. Exactly. We have books. Like that programs are still going. All good. All right, that's it. I'm done. So our programming, actually, things are still going pretty good when it comes to programming. We had to cancel a few things because of weather. There's some things that are going well, like our story time is still really great, and Lunar New Year program was a lot of fun. We had 19 people there for that, so that was great. Crafting Circle still has a good core group of people coming in, which is also really nice. What's that? Mahjong is the best. So that's really cool. Book group's going good. Lego Club still seems to be going good. I just realized I forgot a few things to remember, but so things that are coming up. I had the drawing Celtic knots. That was yesterday. So because I wrote this before that, we had 7 people for that, which was interesting. Some people said they will never do this again, and other people said, "Can I take it home? I'm going to take this home with me, figure it out." Yeah, for some, yes. For others, it wasn't. It was interesting. It was definitely an interesting day. Baby Cafe and PJ Storytime still have not seemed to be getting as much traction as we were hoping, but we're going to keep going with it for a little while longer. Family Bingo is coming up. Rhonda's Reptiles, Teen Night. Teen Night, I already have like 8 kids signed up, which generally means if you've got that many, then there's going to be like double that. So we'll see how that goes. Easter Party is coming up, which is going to be a big ask for, seeing how things can run. And I'm still trying to get in touch with the school to use the fields. Cyril Grant is retiring the day before the event, so he can't authorize it for us. So I had to call or get in touch. It's on the 4th, yeah. Unless a snow date for the 3rd. What?
Yeah. Somebody messaged about it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I thought it was the 4th, and I don't know, but
you know what it might have been.
The 19th. I'm like,
I think Sadie looked at. She's she has our the Canva account, and the flyer from last year says the 19th. So I think she might have gotten those 2. Blood drive happening on the 7th. Chair yoga is still going strong with a nice core group of people as well. And we're having the New York State Hunter Education course here on the 11th. They're going to be here all day. They'll use this room while the library is open, and then when the library is closed, they'll wander into the other spaces and then also go and use the outdoors as well. So they're going to be doing training throughout the entire, all of the grounds. So yeah, it's still busy and it's still going well. And circulation was interesting this month because we had more adult books and DVDs taken out this time, when normally it's the opposite. Usually it's children's books that we've got a lot more going out, but this time it was more, that was the opposite. So okay, that works. And if you can see from the chart, our circulation of physical items is up already for the past 3 years. So we're still doing good when it comes to all that. Yeah. Visits were about average. It kind of went down a little bit, but nothing huge. So I'm not too concerned about any of that. In terms of library cards, we actually had a nice steady flow of new cards come in this month. It doesn't look like it because of people when they have their, if they expired or whatever, but we had, actually, when was the meet to the seniors? Oh, if that's not even going to show, well, no, it will show. Either way, we had an increase of 11 this year from January to February. Or February to now. So that was really nice to see. We had 11 new patrons, adults, 3 out-of-system adults, and 2 kids all got new cards. So the reason why that one, the adults are so high, is because on March, whatever that was, 5th, I went to the seniors group over at the fire hall, and I did a presentation with them about all the digital resources that are available to people who are members of the library. And that either got people who has libraries cards expired like many years ago, or who never got a library card signed up. So I had a total of 12 altogether who were able to sign up and or renew a card. So I think it was 7 were new and 5 were renewed. So that was pretty cool. Like, I've not had that many people, and I did actually the next day had someone come in for help with some of the stuff on it, and then we had 5 people come to tech help that next day for tech help with their computers and stuff. And I know that a few of them were
just from the seniors.
I don't know if they were all from the seniors group, but I think most of them were. So it was great. It was a well-received program, and I didn't expect to get as many people asking for cards as I did. So it was a good, definitely beneficial. So I said, if there's other things we want to do, I'll be happy to bring that to them as well. Let's see. You can see the collection development. We were closed for 2 days due to weather, or no, excuse me, 1 day out due to weather, and then we closed early on the 20th. I'm still going to the elementary school, reading to the kids for once a month. I'm also doing their after-school enrichment program, doing a story time with the kids. So this month, 3rd through 5th graders do a story time kind of an activity. This one I tried doing the Celtic knots with them as well, and some of it was the same thing. Some of them got it, and some of them didn't. So it was an interesting day. I think I'm probably going to change for the next group that I do. But we'll see. Annual report is coming up, or excuse me, I did attend the March DA meeting in person. The annual report is coming up soon. It's actually, they just changed the date. It's now due on the 16th to the state. So I have to get mine into Jana and on the 1st, but New York State hasn't opened the portal yet. So I don't have anything to do. So no, I mean, they have Upper Hudson made a spreadsheet for it, but to me, it's just like, I'm not going to adding everything twice and doing all that stuff. So to Jana, yeah, to Upper Hudson, yeah. So that's nice. I checked yesterday to see if they had opened it yet, and they still hadn't. Upper Hudson is now a member of Senior Planet. So Senior Planet offers technology education to seniors. And in order to present or give these courses out, you need to be a trainer or you have to be trained. So I'm going to do the training so that I can start doing those kinds of courses and not wait for Michelle to be able to just do them as well. So hopefully and I'm going to see if anyone else wants to do them with me. I'm not sure if anyone else really has the time. Maybe Elaine, but I'm not quite sure. And then the big thing, news from Upper Hudson, is that Mary Fellows, who is the head of Youth and Family Services, she's retiring next month. So we're losing her, which is not good, in my opinion. She's a powerhouse. She's a powerhouse. I guess it's time for her to be done, which I guess is okay.
Yeah, never been on the place.
Not yet. Let's see, construction grant update. I did get the SHPO letter from the SHPO letter, which is the State Historic Preservation Office, giving us approval to do the roof project should we get it approved. I've been in touch with DLD. They sent me the forms to fill out to amend our grant. I'm going to work on that probably tomorrow or the next day or on Monday. And then hopefully but DLD did send me an email saying, because I said we wanted to potentially do the roof and possibly the windows in the kids' room. And they said I should just do the windows because the roof is going to be hard to get approved. And they said the roof is what needs to be done. So she just said, fill it out and see what happens and we'll make our decision. So I'm going to just fill it out and hopefully they'll say yes, because apparently it's hard to get a partial roof because it's not doing the whole thing. Getting a partial roof approved is going to be difficult. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. So that's where that stands for the DLD grant and for any of the extra upcoming stuff with that. Jeremy from MR2, who is the construction manager for the project, he is going to be meeting with Owen Cassava here on Monday on the 23rd to close out the building grant or the building permit. So they'll be here and then that'll be done for that section of the stuff. I met with Bill Jennings and Michelle Van Horn again to start talking about playground in Town Park. And I'm going to reach out to a few agencies to see what we can do about buying out the backyard. How much it might cost to have some estimates done. Stuff. We're going to talk to PJ as well about what can the town help in terms of costs so that it's not coming on us.
There is a grant that's for recreation spaces.
Oh, really? Oh,
so let me see if I can find it again.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Passing.
That
I wasn't sure whether the town or whether we were kind of sitting with that. So I'll look it up.
Thanks, that would be great.
Did they have some ideas of who to reach out to?
I got the name of an engineer that our Paul Mays works with, uses him a lot, says he's great. I'm going to reach out to Cornell. Petersburg just put a playground in. I'm going to get in touch with them. And then I think there was another one that I was going to check in. Excavation, but really more an engineer who knows how to, will be able to help us figure out how to dry the space out and see if we can, I would say an structure, an environmental engineer is probably the. Okay.
Building sites ready for houses and things like that.
Okay.
So,
sure.
what is recommendation?
That would be great. As I'm at this point, we're just scoping things out. So yeah. If you would send him my way, that'd be great. Or give me his number and I'll call him. Thank you. That's great. There was some questions about whether or not we own our property, but lo and behold, I found all the deeds. We're all good. We own everything that we know we own. So no, unfortunately, no. So let's see, attended the virtual summer reading program, which gave me some ideas for summer reading. I did reach out to libraries regarding their online bill pay policies to see what kinds of things I could find out from them. I only heard back from a few people, and I did do some research looking at the larger libraries like Albany, Colony, Bethlehem, Guilderland. A lot of them have financial policies, but they don't have specific how do they handle their online bill pay. I did get one from something back from, who was it? I can't remember anymore. One of the libraries who had it was an interesting policy, and I thought that I might send that around to everybody, but it seems like we don't have a financial policy in general. So I don't know if we need to sit down and like a few of us just bang that out and do that. So if we want to figure that part out, I would say that we should do that. But they did have a policy on how they were on. People do have some stuff on how they're gonna like what bills they'll pay online, which ones they won't, you know. And apparently, Altamont just had the same thing happen where they had checks stolen and ended up having to pay out a bunch of money, you know. And so now they were having a special meeting to determine that. And Joe's going to get back to me to tell me what policies they've decided on. So
Would it be considered to
potentially
$10 million
10 million from who?
across New York State to arts for recreational purposes.
I don't know that we're ready for yet for 2026, but at least I can see if yeah,
forward movement, you know,
right.
kind of thing. So,
Great, thank you. That's awesome. So that was that for that stuff. So I don't know if we want to set up a meeting with whoever wants to be on the financial committee. I don't know, Richard, what you would. Oh, well, you're the treasurer, so yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Then we'll push it to the end until after April. Sounds perfect. I'll probably start coming up with some stuff and see what I can find out and bring it to everybody. The website has been updated to include all online materials that are available to everybody. So that's been updated. And then I realized, however, that I still need to get a picture of Liz and Lee, and I still need to get a picture and a bio from Tim. So I need everybody. So at some point, if I can get pictures, that would be great, because I realized I still have coming soon on my trustees portion of you guys.
Logical time.
Sounds good. That's fine. There's also updated the gallery so you can see more pictures of things that have happened. And the one thing I forgot to tell you on this that I've put on here, because it's just been a busy week, I spoke to Jody, and Jody is going to take over our volunteer coordinating program. So she's going to start helping contact people, and we're going to sit down and kind of come up with a plan, but she said she'd be happy to start doing that now, which will be great because she's wonderful with the volunteers, and if she's here 2 days a week, she'll be able to help coordinate all that. And it's really good usually when people work with her because she knows, she's good with them. So hopefully we will see if we can't get moving a little bit more as a structured program than just come on in. So she and I are going to work on it together. And I think that's it. Sorry, long one, but yeah.
Any questions or comments on your report?
Oh, sorry. One other thing. I'm not done. No, I just found out. Today we got our grant from Stewart's. That just came in. It was for $750, and the money for the town I picked up on Wednesday and deposited on Thursday. So that's all in the bank, which I'm sure on the.
You're rich.
For now, until we pay all our bills. Okay, now I'm really done.
All right, turn to treasurer's report.
Okay, I have had a chance to look at the P&L, but I do have a question. Uh, Electric bill doesn't seem to make sense based upon the fact that it was $700 last month, and this month it's $582 year to date.
Oh, and
Am I reading that wrong?
that's a mistake.
Yeah.
I'll ask Cecilia about it. Um,
That was going right
I
up.
think that's the current. bill.
I have a feeling that's the current bill. It's, yeah. I'll
Please, um,
we did not.
that was the only thing that put down.
Okay, I'll ask her to
Yeah.
check that.
Really want to watch the election.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Just one.
Yeah, so I'll get in touch with her. But that's definitely not right.
Yes, there's no way to find. Not even the date, not. I would think into it would automatically update it.
It might have, I don't know why. I'd have to look and see. It could be that she erased one. I'm not sure.
On the ebooks, so I know we've talked about the cost of electronic resources and everything. So where that is almost half of the budget so far, is that just, like timing stuff, like, is that what we were expecting?
Probably. So Upper Hudson charges us quarterly for our contributions. Let me look at it though, because that seems like it might be a little high. Because I have been checking Hoopla to keep an eye on that spending. Yeah, Hoopla, we've only so far for January and February, we've paid $321. So that doesn't look like it's correct. Oh, that's because Q4 for Hoopla is in January. So 2025, we had to pay that bill in 26. So that's coming up there. So that was $571 for that quarter. Wait, what's this one?
He said 571, and then the first quarter was 300.
I don't know. There's an entry in here that I need to find out about because there's an entry in here that says it's $1,000, but we haven't. That's not. I don't know what that's for. So let me ask about that as well.
I apologize for not reviewing a few more. I was just so delighted to see 110 in there that I just kind of glossed over. Oh, we got it. Thanks for the time to say, oh, another week out, tell you.
Uh,
So did we move the money into the money market?
No, I haven't done that yet.
I deposited the main check into the money market.
Yeah, that's
savings.
in the money market. So we do have the $56,000 in the special project. Pretty much broken out the way the bid report, 10 for painting, 15 for maintenance, 31 for special project. I do have one question. You said the remainder of the grant would probably not be applied to partial roof repair. Now, did we get a ballpark on what the roof would cost, the whole thing?
No, just on that one section. Because this part of the roof is fine.
We've already redone it.
That doesn't need to be replaced. So, and just that quarter, I think that tiny little space back there is, I think 12,000 is what they were quoting us, or 13. So to do the entire roof would not make sense. Because this still has at least 15 years left in it.
Well,
It's rusting.
I would say then, sense, if the grant money cannot be used for that, to be pulling out of special project.
I would say that that's what we would have to do.
No,
Yeah, because it definitely needs to be replaced. It's going to start leaking soon.
yeah, I mean, it work.
I don't necessarily think it should go another winter. So. Yes. So I guess I'll see what happens with it and then we can figure it out from there. It's New York State. I have no idea. I will try and get it in as soon as possible. It could be, I'm sure it could be used for windows because that would be considered. Probably, depending on how much the grant will cover. My office there's a lot that need windows. That whole.
Side window.
Mhm. Yeah, we could.
Yeah, I mean,
use
it
windows.
almost sounds like it would, if we figured the grant money could be used for windows,
Mhm.
but you're thinking it can only be used for the windows on the new addition.
If we were going to do, the original thought was to do just the windows in the kids' room because that was the grant. It was for the children's room. So the 3 windows in the kids' room and then the roof, if we could do it. But if I could include it in the rest of the building to do just windows instead, I can see if we can try.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody else? Is that what you want to do?
That might be for partial roof, if I were to redo all the windows,
Mhm.
and the grant may be more. It's just another way of looking at it.
If we submit for the roof and the windows and they reject that, can we apply again?
I think so.
And I guess the question is just then the timing, are we burning a lot of time by doing that?
Yeah, the windows are
put-
not quite as pressing a need.
Right. That's why I thought we should go with that first and get that done. So,
Much is left in the grant, about 15,
uh,
17, 18, wasn't it?
I can't remember. Let me look it up.
I think that's enough.
Summaries, it's construction project. So out of the DLD grant, we have 13,700 and we still have to put in another 9,000. 22. Yeah.
That 90,000 worth of-
Mhm. That's our match.
Well,
The estimate of the roof.
About 13. Yeah. That's why I was like, oh, if we add in the windows too, then that might take, because I think when I got the window estimates from Bob, it was like $800 a window or something like that. Yeah. So, oh, well, then we could do all of that and see if we can get it all done. So I was thinking I would just put them all in and see what the board or what DLD says and then go from there. Okay.
And they told it was a part of the.
They said it could be difficult. They didn't say it can't happen, but it could be difficult. Well, Upper Hudson seemed to think it was a possibility, and so did Paul Maze's office. So, you know, I just have to write it the right way, I guess. I don't know, but I'll be asking for some help with that. I'm pretty sure that they would say yes to the windows.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They're more likely since it's the whole building.
I'd have to find out if because it's not the children's room. I don't know. I don't know how. So I'll talk to Chris and see what he says about it. I had always wanted to see like a second. Oh, my kids wanted to see a second level, like have a nice, you know, like a crow's nest or some kind of a loft area. But yeah, yeah, exactly. I'll call and see what.
No problem. So I think they do.
After.
Market is pretty well set at 275. And any CDs are just dropping. Money market, based upon how much you've got in the account. So right now with 160, you get the maximum, which I believe is over 3. So it just depends on how much is in there. But basically from what the Broadview people told me was that, you know, the CDs are, you know, 225, 250 you get best right now. You know, and they're all 6 months, and then who knows at the end of 6 months. Any longer term ones are even less for whatever reason. So they did tell me though that if the more money that's in the money market, it has certain thresholds that the interest rate bumps up. So I think we just, when we put the 110 in there, we went from 275 probably to like 295 or something. So if we, you know, I think the next threshold is 250. But the more we can put in there, the more we will continue to keep above that $100,000 threshold. Right? I don't answer your question, Tim, and I don't think there's any real risk in it. It's not like it's not an investment fund or anything. It's just a money fund. So.
All right, sounds good. Anything else on treasurer's report or finance?
Yeah, what we'll do is when we figure out, we'll correct the ebooks to reflect maybe a little bit better, and then find out on the utility, and I will put together the P&L once the utility updates it, and then we'll send that out electronic.
Thank you.
I'm sure everybody at the table wants us to watch the electric bill, get an idea of where we're at.
All right, so we'll move into committee then. Committee nominating committee.
Yes, well, the sage members of the nominating committee got together, discussed long and hard with the appropriate candidate.
You're gonna be able to stretch this out to 5 minutes.
So make new friends to keep the old.
Yeah, there's gold.
Two older people and nominated
We call them experience.
That's what I mean, experience for treasurer and secretary, and Tim Simon was really the secretary, maybe would happily take on what we could do vice president as well. I think both you and Ari are obviously going to want to lean as much as possible on our historical knowledge, and that I doubt you're gonna need much of that. Happens down.
Tell you where the files are.
Actually, whomever, we're here for you. So, that
Thank you,
Great.
all four of you for stepping up. Much appreciated. So I guess we can publish that
Yep.
on the website.
Do you have this in the documents folder? This
Yeah.
little thing? Okay.
I mean, you mean the Google folder?
Yeah.
It's there.
Okay, great. Then I'll just use
I mean, I don't know if it needs to be more flowery.
No, it can just-
Here's the four people.
it. It can just be that.
Okay. Fundraising committee. Yeah, well, the fundraising committee, as everyone knows, despite a lot of effort and marketing, we were unable to generate enough ticket sales to really make money at the event, and so a decision was grudgingly and unhappily made to cancel. So what I propose doing, and I know people don't like this kind of thing that much, but I think maybe if we send out a survey, which is attached right here, and you can test it and see if it can make sense and stuff. And I also have a copy of it here that you can just read through it. But if you want to test it as if you're filling it out, that was the link. I was thinking that we should send it to anyone who receives the newsletter, unless that's too restrictive and we want to go broader, or it's too broad and we want to go.
I mean, it goes out to 598 people. So that's a pretty decent, and
That's good. I mean, the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned, if they're the right people. But I don't know what percentage of the people who receive the newsletter don't live anywhere near there and couldn't come.
it's a good question. I'm not sure what that is, but I know that generally I have about 130 to 140 people who actually open the newsletter, which is a pretty good percentage rate for a newsletter. It's like 22%. Yeah, it is.
Before, I think there's more people who are like cardholders and local versus out of town donors.
I mean, it makes sense because we ask every person who gets a card, do you want to be a part of the newsletter?
Okay, so
and most
it is the right group. I asked which of these fundraisers have you attended, and I found it sort of shocking that I couldn't think of that many. I know we've had the Valentine's Day treat, we had holiday market, we had the 75th gala, we had the trivia that was very successful, and then the one that was less successful, one at Fort Bethel, one at the community center, crafts fairs. But what other ones have we had that people?
The summer picnic.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do we do that as a fundraiser though, or I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
There's a position that way. Or was it positioned as?
It was a lot, remember, it was a lot of things.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
right, it was
Summer reading.
right. It was end of summer reading, but that was free. But the barbecue, but yeah, that was kind of like half fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the choice of things that I'm asking how interested they are in them. I'm not getting rid of trivia just because it was really successful at one time. So I think we should keep it in there because it makes the relation, but the list of things. Trivia event, baking contest, cornhole tournament, pickleball exhibition matches. I did ask about today, and they said they would be willing to have exhibition matches with which people could buy tickets to just watch and learn how to play pickleball. I don't know if people are interested in it or not, but we may as well ask. Wine tasting event, which I think people will like the idea of, but it's a little bit logistically more complicated. Bingo, game night, family outdoor game day, community talent show, baked goods, crafts fair. If you can think of other things, let me know and I'll add them. And the other question that I asked was whether people generally would prefer fewer fundraisers that are higher ticket items and that you actually win prizes and or medals or whatever, or
just like small potlucks throughout, which we would have to do frequently, every other month kind of thing, just what their preference is.
Okay.
You know, a couple people that I talked to after we had camp, like, oh, I was thinking about going, but it was like last minute. And I know one of them, at least I think the money was a little bit of an issue. And I think, you know, having to front money for these things, it makes it much harder to wait to the last minute to see if people are gonna come or not. So, you know, as part of our thinking, I think that's one thing for us to think about too, is, you know, on the one hand, you want to maximize what you're getting out of these fundraisers, because you don't know if you're gonna be able to sustain multiple times or smaller ones, but on the other hand, they might be more not just palatable to people, but less risk to us if we are not investing a lot of money in them and it's
Right.
lower key kind of thing. But I mean,
But then the frequency
Yeah.
is more of a pain. than that.
exactly, right,
Yeah,
then you're doing,
like constant, you know.
yeah.
One of our dog clubs is doing a bingo one, but we're throughout the United States, so it's not like everybody's in the same spot. So what they did was you could buy one card for $5 or 5 cards for $20. And every day she sends out 2 numbers that I mean, they have a regular like computer generating it. It's not, you know, they're pretty trust me, dog people are ready. So every day she sends out, here are today's 2 numbers, and they have a gift certificate as the first prize for the first bingo of everybody who wins, and then there was a second prize, which was a little bit less money of a gift card, of course. And then they had like, I think, a prize for the first coverall and the second coverall. So they just sent it out on Facebook to anybody who was in that particular club's, you know, Facebook page, and you PayPal'd the person who was doing it, and every day since the beginning of the week, she's been sending out 2 numbers every day. And
It's a really cool idea.
well, it's good because we are not all,
Yeah.
you know, like this
Yeah.
is the Mid-Atlantic, you know, Field
Yeah.
Spaniel Society,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah,
And there's a big base. That they would be.
yeah.
But it's
Sounds
relatively
cool.
low. I mean, it's kind of,
Easy.
yeah, not a lot of work.
Yeah.
Not a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of.
Yeah, I mean, she just sent literally, I mean, you could tell it was we had them at work. It's a pad of pull off paper bingo things.
Mhm.
So I'm sure she just pulled them off and then
Sure.
sent a snapshot of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I was like,
You know.
I'm not.
Right.
And
Is there a way, like, do you have to make sure that nobody has the same card or?
well, that's why it's a pad that you buy. It's a
Okay.
bingo
A bingo card pad.
pad.
They make tons of things.
Wow.
Now, I will have a pretty good feedback by May because I'm involved with 2 trivia contests over the next 6 weeks. One at Bedford Hall, which is $10 for non-members, free to members. So that's on a Sunday afternoon. So we'll see what kind of feedback we get from that. We're also doing one at Oakwood Cemetery on May the 1st, and that's $20.
And then also trivia?
Yeah, also trivia. So we will see, and we have a DJ that, you know, I cover that cost, and we'll see how that goes.
Do they do food or anything or?
No,
No,
the
just
one at Oakwood is, water and snacks are available, no cost. The one at Bedford will be about the same. Maybe tea available, but nothing really fancy.
It'd be a
And,
glass of water, but that's it.
well, I mean, yeah. See how it goes, you know, we'll see what kind of interest we get. And if it's, you know, very popular, then maybe we can turn it into like a tea type thing, which would be like $40, you know, like y'all's price point. So, you know, I will have a lot better feel for that situation. I truly feel the two things that hurt us the most were the cost and the fact that it was in New Lebanon.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, we'll never get back to work with us over here, which is fine. But the For Fat Fowl one was considered a local event.
Right.
And a lot of, I guess.
I think it's a combination of being close to the library, local, and also they have their huge fans. So
Exactly.
Like any For Fat Fowl, they're all about it.
Yeah, yes, I think in future, despite walking through the kitchen, yada, yada, and all the, the conversation stuff. The table stuff.
Tables, that was the.
Yeah, but I mean,
Hard part.
the chairs, whatever it was, but I mean, that being said, that worked great. And
Yeah, they weren't willing to do it again. I mean, they may be willing to do it again, but they weren't willing when we asked.
No, I mean,
I think the price point probably is another issue.
I
Yeah,
tell you,
right.
they already just got their good
Right.
icing bill. And $80 for a pair of people, that can be a major hit.
Yeah, so I mean,
But I think the idea is to like make the most of these events. But if it's a space issue, we could cap it at 60 people and make it kind of like hey, the first, like it's capped at 60 people. After 60, you can't get into this one, but next one, and make it kind of like that.
exclusive.
Like exactly, but like a little bit of a exclusivity on it. Make it seem like it's a little bit fancy, but like cap it at that where we said this is what is comfortable in this space for. Then we know exactly how many people kind of to plan food for and decorations and that sort of stuff, and we can bump it up a little bit as far as like the fanciful size.
Like, this was a while ago, it was actually before I was a board member, but it was when I met some of you guys. It was an event over there, it could have been some kind of potluck, something.
It was a potluck.
Cabin.
Yeah, it's a cabin fever potluck, yeah.
Cabin fever,
And like,
cheese and chocolate.
what I remember, like, there were several tables that like, it accommodated, I don't remember, because like, I have no part on it. But like, looking at your survey, doing like smaller, like maybe that size something, because it would be local, less
That was
cost.
free.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like something that size, lower cost. Now, again, we're not gonna generate as much money, but like, I don't know, maybe it's.
Part of I think why trivia also didn't go was they did trivia the week
Yeah,
before
literally the
for
week
the high
before,
school.
for free.
Right, and
For
so like, I think that kind of.
Yeah.
You think the
took some of
people
the
that
too.
would sign up for ours are even aware of signing up?
I would be surprised. I
Yeah, I
literally
would
would-
think
Yeah,
that's
I don't-
really a
There is, for some reason, there is
Between Steventown and.
because the only feedback we got from the video was somebody came back and said, well, why is it New Lebanon? It's the only comment that I heard.
Yeah, I've heard people complain
Yeah.
about it before.
Yeah. And since For Fat Fowl is such a well-loved community
I
area,
think just having it there, people
Yeah.
are gonna go.
I think that's a very good.
So I have another suggestion, because I've been doing this on my spare time, paint and sip. Now, the paint and sip we do is non-alcoholic, it's coffee and tea and water, and what do they call them, mocktails. But we could easily, like, I could host, and my friend who does the paint and sip over there, I can probably talk him into coming down to host with me, because I'm not gonna teach that big of a group, but it's the canvases, which you can get at Michael's, the paint, and then people pay a certain fee to come in, and they get to take home their painting, and it's fun, and
And
people
you
like
do
the
think
paint,
of that
and
as
it's
being
modern.
the smaller ones or the
Yeah,
higher
mean-
end ones, and it costs more, so do we need more space then? Could it be done
It
here?
could be, yeah, it could be either. I mean, it could be done here. You could do a small group of like,
We've
bring
had-
it in to do money. He does it every 2 weeks over in April Park. It has not been great through the winter, but it's really cold in there. So the few people that we've had go, have frozen and not come back.
The Sac Center?
Yes.
Yeah, it's, yeah, you're freezing there, yeah.
You will, they're not,
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
Alcohol was a factor. And you can't, it's here, you can.
Right,
That's
right.
been-
We do that there.
Yes,
Right.
if they're open, and they were not, they were less open after the last.
The alcohol, I mean, the alcohol is a factor in any of our venue considerations. So, I mean, without that, the fire hall is a possibility for events.
Right, right.
Without that, the town hall, I think, is a possibility.
Right.
And eventually
So-
it will be a cash bar. Line. Never full liquor license, so it'll be a cash bar. At Oakwood, no. It held at the chapel. So, in the crematorium. it's- No, I mean, literally, you open the windows and there's an oven, like. It's very cool. It looks like something out of, the room is amazing. It looks like something out of a Venetian palace. But it has these stained glass windows that have steel, the back of them are steel. You open them up and the oven is right there.
Oh.
It was like, it's the second oldest crematorium on the eastern seaboard.
Wow. Wow, okay. I
Okay.
think I'd still be a little,
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really, if not.
Yeah, it's just like how we sell money, because we're gonna have to pay for the winery summertime. But first I wanna see if people are interested. I think they would be, but. So the paint,
People would.
yeah, the paint and sip, we could say alcohol or tea and crumpet, like
Mocktail.
mocktail.
Mocktail, yeah.
so we did that as a program here and we did get a good response. There were a lot of people, but it was free. So
It's
that's
free,
the,
but like if we're doing it as a fundraiser, and we could do free, I don't like, we can put that in the mix somewhere, like if you want me to do something with kids or whatever, just let me know. We
Yeah,
can talk about that separate, but I'm just saying it's a trendy fundraising thing that people are kind of interested in.
I do recall this to, add something, I was involved in an organization years ago, and I was the fundraising chair. And we had some things, and they never made hardly any money. And they came to me and they said, well, it's not so much about making money, it's more of a community service. And my thought is we have a great group of people that donate annual appeal, et cetera. And it's more, if you create these fundraising events more as an event that people can come to and have a good time and not so much, worry about the bottom line. It's just a different way of looking at it.
Yeah,
It is.
I don't disagree. I just think our budget disagrees.
Well, no, but I mean, look what happened with the annual appeal.
Right, no.
If you get out there and you get that much more fulfillment than library does, we have events there that don't cost us like $10 or something, Then, and you can always set up a jar, donations.
Or like right at the door. I like when when places have this, because you kind of do feel obligated when it says suggested donation.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're gonna get people who don't, but like,
Mhm.
I don't know, I always feel that, okay, if it's suggested donation, because it's a fundraiser.
Pay what you
$10.
can, pay what you can kind of thing. I don't know here how that.
So just to bring up that back though, because two things, we have done very well in the annual appeal, and I would argue that we should probably focus more on spending our time to do even better in that regard and cultivate our larger donors to be more involved and donate more and all that, because at the end of the day, that's a lot better. But last year, I'm pretty sure we put 15 in for events. This year we put 12,000 in the budget for events. So just in terms of like, okay, that's not going to be your donation jar of $12,000. That's like getting big dollars in for events. And I don't disagree that I think that's probably not doable for us, but just to say like, that's how we managed to budget the best, balance the budget, was by doing a large estimate for what we can.
I certainly think that if we do it over 4 or 5 hours, you have learned a lesson over there. We all worked so hard on that one. It was horrible, that peninsula. But you can pull one over there, you could pull 5K if you did it, what we've learned.
They have to be willing to do it though, and.
Understand.
The last time we checked, they weren't, they didn't say they would out of hand not do it, but they you know, it's hard
They're
to
not set
tell.
up to do it, so they're not.
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah,
awkward
yeah.
to ask, because we asked and they were, you know, they were very gracious the first time, and then I think they were fine with it, but they, you know, it's a pain for them, they don't really get any better.
Tim, you look like you've had to say something for a while.
I was just gonna ask if we knew what the sticking point.
Oh, I think just having the hubbub and the mess, and we did
It's
clean
not-
up afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, it's
um,
not an event space, it's their private
Yeah.
space. They have to get it ready for us, they have to have people in and out.
They have to be there
Yeah.
when it's not their hours, but they have to be there because they want to make sure everything goes all
Yeah.
right. You know, it's just like, it's kind of, I don't think they hated it a little bit. Yeah, but not, but they, you know, they were willing, and they might be willing again, but I don't think they'd be willing on a real regular basis, so that's why we started elsewhere. So I have a question for you about the annual appeal, and maybe this is tacky as hell, but I wonder if we could say that folks that donate a certain amount or more can come to a free gala event every year or something like that. So we get the money through the annual appeal, but they don't have to pay to go to the event, and that's exclusive.
It's not tacky, that's what museums do.
And that's what
I mean,
members
we
doing,
could-
anybody that's a member of Bedford, which means they pay for membership, plus they also donate. They get free entry into this trivia contest.
So we just need to find out what that break would be, and if that's enough of a pull that will actually make people want to donate more.
And or is that a way to recognize them and bring them in? You know, like you come.
Yeah,
you
and
come to
then,
this event, we
A lot of
cultivate
times,
the relationship.
yeah.
a lot of times, yes, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's a tax ability in writing that off at a certain level also, once they are like a membership, or, yeah, there's a nuances of taxes are not my strength, but I do know that there is like something different between a membership, and that's why people give so much to the museums as members, because they do get in free for different things, but also because of the tax purpose behind it, so the deductions, yeah, and so, you know.
So then we could have a gala that's smaller, it's not as many people, but it's really featured for those people who, it's a thank you, and it can be more, it's like fun.
Yeah.
Right, I think maybe not gala, but maybe a thank you.
New Lebanon does a thank you. And it's very popular amongst the board of trustees and the volunteers, and they invite a lot of their donors. And it's probably about 40 people, and everybody, the volunteers make the food, so there's no cost there. And it's just like an event for the people, and it's very popular.
Mhm.
And, yeah, the new president could speak to them.
My God.
I get them, like. We see how busy am I?
I wonder if doing that could make up the difference. Right. And then we don't have to have this.
Yeah, but again,
I think.
$12,000 that we put in there
No,
is a big number.
Yeah,
That is not a
that's
number
not-
we are making.
No, yeah. And we're not making it because people aren't coming.
The only major hurdle. Pushback.
And to that point, if the alcohol is limiting our venue choices, is the juice worth the squeeze for the alcohol?
We made about.
Wow.
We made about 6 or 700.
Yeah,
Up in the 4 5.
Okay.
I mean, that was a major revenue stream.
yeah, it does attract people, it's also depends on what the activity is, and some activities, it's kind of like alcohol goes nicely back.
As I said, personally, I'm a huge fan. But
If I don't drink, then they can hear it come in.
it seems like we want to.
Oh,
Expecting.
Right.
I think we also have to remember that if we're doing them more than once a year, because we've been trying to do more than once a year, that's a lot of money for people to shell out.
Yes.
So, once a year, you know, like, hey, it's our big once a year trivia night. I think that's different than, but we didn't, I don't know. I think that having another one 6 months later is just, it's too soon.
Oh,
So
obviously.
I think there's a timing issue, there's a money issue, especially now with everybody's electric bills going the way they are. Yeah.
And people have just done the annual appeal when they got hit up for this trivia. Now that we're hitting them up.
It's been a cold winter and like we've been trying to troubleshoot in a few different things that I'm involved in and it's just all of them have kind of tapered a bit because it's been super cold. People are hibernating a little bit more. The electric bills are going up.
Yeah, everything's
Lots
expensive.
of things are happening in that financial arena, gas prices, grocery prices. People just can't afford the little entertainment things that they
Yeah.
were willing to like throw a few dollars at here and there. So those are the first things that kind of disappear. Even when it is for a cause, it's a good cause. It's still, you know, groceries for the week.
That's
or
why I
throwing
think
it out.
this idea of going after the people who actually have
Money.
the money.
Yeah.
And, you know, having events that will make them feel appreciated, yes, thank you. And just asking for more from them in a nice, appealing way might be the way to go. And not exclusively, not like we won't do other things, but then the other things could be just like more like the baked goods things, and the smaller things that are just keeping you in people's lives and, you know, fun things for families and stuff, and less of a to-do.
The other thing that we can think about too is like Crossroads just burned down. So I know that the clientele on a Friday, Saturday evening was pretty high there. And now they're filtering to Lakeview or Town Tavern, but not everybody's happy with filtering there because they didn't go there before. They went to Crossroads. So like we could kind of look at what their things were and see if there's something, you know, like their activities and see if there's something we could pull off that would maybe draw them, you know,
Didn't they
over for a night
reopen?
of fun.
Didn't they reopen in the Arlington House?
They were talking. I don't know if they've like hard opened. They might have
okay.
soft opened.
I think they saw, I know I saw it.
It's not been a lot. They're trying to do a couple. But you know. Those activities and see what was popular.
Well, I think there's a lot of good ideas and discussion to be had. We should probably now stop for tonight and plan
Well, make
for
sure
the next.
the committee is fine.
Thank you, thank you. So I think we need to regroup at a either a separate meeting with a smaller group, or that people have a lot of ideas. We might want to have a larger meeting to generate kind of all the ideas and then focus on that.
And I'll hold off on sending. So we.
I don't know, I think the surveys doesn't hurt. You know,
Service.
Yeah, I mean, any information that comes in can't hurt.
Or I might think, I mean, one thing that I wasn't sure about is I'm asking, you know, smaller, more frequent on-site versus a bigger website. But then the list is not specific to these things, so. Like, you could say bingo, and we said smaller on-site. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if there should be yet another category.
Well, I don't think you should make it too complicated, because it's really just to kind of generate some ideas.
Yeah.
See where,
We're-
like, we're bouncing off
what
ideas
they're-
now, but where's what's some of them?
Okay, so I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
If you get informed, so if they fill it out, it'll come back to you. You'll have it all compiled. It'll be an easy market read.
Okay.
What do you also add up just about suggestions? So that-
Yeah, no, I just, yeah.
It's on the back.
Yeah.
If you want me to send that out as a survey and put it up on the website?
It is, it's in Google Forms. And let me just look through it again before you do that and make sure that you like the wording and add the SIPN.
And do it as a separate email and then include it in, like, I mean, you wanna have it out there for a couple of weeks or whatever, so send a separate email.
Yeah.
Include it in the next newsletter, You know, put it on Facebook, you know, I mean,
Absolutely.
So do you, just another thought, do you think it is wrong to ask if having alcohol at the event is a draw?
I would put alcohol, no alcohol. One box is alcohol, one box is no alcohol, and see what you get back.
Maybe something like, would you prefer alcohol at the event? Yes, no, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, to, you know.
Get a sense of what people
Okay, I'm gonna add one. And then I'll let you know when it's ready to roll.
Okay, sounds good.
Ari's not here for youth committee, but I think the main thing would be to talk about, the Easter parties and what you need, what you guys need from the rest of us.
Doing some ordering.
It is. We're just looking here. So the date is the April 4th, 1 to 3. If it does rain or snow, then we have it from on the day before. Or if we're seeing that it's going to be bad weather, then we pull it to Friday. Let's see. That I haven't figured out yet. It's Good Friday, so technically there's no school, but people are still working, I'm assuming. So to have it, yeah.
And you gotta do it before dark.
Yeah.
It is.
Wait, so April 4th is a Saturday and you're saying what would the rain date be?
The Friday before, so April
How are you
3rd.
doing that?
We've had to do this before, and it did work. It was one of those like, okay, we're definitely going to have a massive storm over the weekend, so Friday looks good. We just changed the date. I mean, my thought was to do it like around 3 o'clock, and then do the egg hunt at 4. So hopefully people could get out of work early, but I don't know if that's even a good time. So I don't know. If anyone has a good suggestion, let me know, because we need to figure that out.
So it's a school, it's a day off from school, then maybe just keep it the same time. You said 1 to 3 on the 4th, 1 to 3 on the 3rd.
But the only thing we run into is parents who might be working that day because it's a Friday.
But if their kids are home, who's gonna watch?
Not always, there's a lot of daycare that happens.
Right, yeah. But they probably won't be home at 3 either, right?
That's why I was kind of
Yeah.
stuck. I didn't know which one to do with it. I can't remember what time we did it the last time. We've only had to do it once. I can't.
Have you already asked the fire department?
No.
Okay, so advertised as doing it, so I want to.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you mean for the trucks?
Yeah.
No, we haven't, and I just assumed that we would do it. That's my fault. Can you ask the fire department if they'd be willing to bring a truck? We could, and then out in the field. So we're gonna need help with setup. We'll need help with let's see, the check-in, the activities, doing different activities. We'll see if we can get. I'm gonna ask. We've got some teenagers coming to this teen night tomorrow, so we'll see if any of them want to be help out with doing the different stations. But if we could definitely help some with that, and then snacks, I think we usually need to get. People could bring in snacks. Mm-hmm. That would be great as well. It's not.
I don't know about Eagle Park, but
it is great. It is on Eagle Park. Yeah.
Well, then I'll be off. So because Eagle Park's not my. I'll be off, but Lebanon's not.
I'm wondering if we don't even just say, if it doesn't have, if it rains, if we just don't have it, because it doesn't make sense if most people are going to be off at school.
So maybe have it weather permitting, like right.
Yeah.
Just can get what? I don't have any, but
well,
a lot of the stuff we do is outside. We've done that too. I mean, we could just say that it's rain or shine, and if we have to, we have the egg hunt here, but that's a pain to get us do what we have done in the past.
And, you know, like
That's-
the activities in here for eggs.
Well, that's what we've did in the past, and people were not happy with that, so.
Well, ask them. Why don't I get some?
No, Bunny can't get soaked. Yeah, but it's just not gonna rain. That's what we just said. I know, it's gonna snow, it's gonna snow. I like it, that sounds good.
So the snow date is off.
I would say, let me just.
No, let's still do,
Small bit, right?
Sounds like Peter's time.
I'm gonna say, let's just say no rain date, and we'll do what we can here in the building if it rains.
What time do you need? 11 o'clock for setup or?
What kind of snacks do you want?
Yeah, 11 would be great, and snacks, Easter type stuff, we've done. No, we'll have lots of candy, in the eggs and in the other stuff, so,
And they will not expire for a while. So I already talked to Ari and
great.
I'm gonna make 100 and, I'll probably eat one or two. It's like, and then it's up to.
Perfect. I'll see if Ari will, I think she'll probably put an email out to everybody to see if it's great. Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
A lot of things that are,
Oh, no.
if you're gonna get stuff like that, I would get them in like in the small packages. That way.
Boxes.
That would be great. I'll talk to Ari and see if she can send out an email to everyone. Let's see, build. So we also are looking at, do we want to do a raffle giveaway like we've done in the past, where we ask, so in the past, what we've done is, for adults, a raffle basket. I don't remember how much we charged for it. I think it's like $1, but you could get wine and cheese and, you know, some other things like that. And people were like, this is the best. So I don't know if anyone wants to, if we want to do that, or this year, just do like we've done in the past where the kids.
Right.
The kid,
I mean, well, there's a perfect example. If we, like, that's a little thing at an event that raises a little bit of money. Right?
Yep. So
Why not?
does someone want to be in charge of making a raffle basket? Okay. Okay. Let's see. And then the other stuff is just more making sure that we have what we need. Oh, Ari's going to send out an email to volunteers for help and donations. So, yeah. Thank you.
If we don't have enough of something,
Or we can just order more stuff. So we can make that work too. I just need to see if we have enough eggs. I don't know that we. I don't remember.
I thought we did too.
So we were cleaning up afterwards. There was a lot of eggs.
I feel like we did.
It's plastic eggs.
Yeah, but we might need one.
We can look and then I'll order whatever. Everything's upstairs. Yeah.
They probably have them at,
I usually get them on. Yeah, I usually get them on Amazon. Get like massive package of them for, you know, $10. So. Okay. Yeah. So all right. So no rain date. Okay. Oh, and I have to find someone who's going to be the Easter Bunny.
Wasn't it a combo of children?
It's usually, we usually do 2. That way they can switch off if they get too tired and hot, and sweaty.
Yes.
change not in the bathroom, because I know some of the little kids were outside dancing while the buttons changing. I need to use the bathroom, because we only have one bathroom, so maybe they change here or
Or
upstairs or something.
they can use my
Yeah,
office too. if
not
they
the
need to.
bathroom.
I'll see if I can get any of the teenagers from tomorrow, see if it wants to be.
Anything else on news on Easter party?
I don't think so. I think very good.
On to new business. Anybody have any new business?
Can I just ask if anyone is, I could totally do this, but I just don't have it in me right now. The handle to the toilet is broken. It's like hanging on by a thread. Anyone want to help fix that for me? Because I really don't want to have to go in there and do that. Could you? Because that would be great. I don't know what, I haven't looked at it completely, but I just know that every time you flush, it's like, oh, this is going to fall off if I hold it the wrong way. Welcome to being the president. I mean, I fix windows, I do lights, I do lots of stuff, but it's just one more thing is that like. Thank you.
Helio, our donor management database thing, they have done an upgrade. So I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so ours just happened on Monday. It seemed to go smoothly.
Yeah,
Looks
they
like
just, it all populated on.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's easier, it's nicer, more modern user interface and stuff.
I never clicked on the link to get the new. I think it said I had to get a new password.
Oh, login.
Yeah, and I never did that. I think it expired on me.
Yeah.
I'll try again.
So anyway, there's nothing really to do with that, but it's there.
Or are you like leaving altogether?
I'm leaving.
Terms are done. You had
8.
Yeah, you had 2 terms plus, did you complete?
I may have, I don't remember. It's been a long time.
And I'll be at 8 in 2 years.
Yeah.
Man.
No, April, you have an April meeting because we have.
How many think I'm going to April?
Our annual meeting. So.
That's dead to me.
You didn't have a cake or anything today, so you better come to the next meeting so we can. So I guess that kind of brings us to annual meeting planning.
Yeah, better be good.
Well, then you better make it.
Party animal.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Starting at 5/17. Let's see, 2017, is that right? Is that summer?
2017.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be what? 9 years.
7 wonderful.
Anyway.
We won't talk about it. It was mostly my fault.
Seriously, if you don't show up, like, we didn't bring a card. Yeah, I was planning on one more meeting. So
You guys can come next meeting.
All right.
really awkward.
I like it. Yeah.
The night of the meeting, all of a sudden you have all these people.
All right, so we talked a big game last time about the annual meeting.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We did talk a big game.
And then we talked ourselves out of it.
So, some of the things we talked about was, honoring our volunteers, and, scholarship winners. Trying to see if we could do something with them to acknowledge them and, like a little video thing.
Yeah, and if you want to do that little video thing, I could put together just a little Q&A that we ask each of them so that it's, you know, whoever we talk to, we ask the same questions and make it easier for them to answer. If that would help you.
I mean, I think let's get realistic here for a minute. Are we gonna have time to be able to?
Yeah, that's
to
what
do
I'm
this?
asking.
Yeah, I mean, and be able to reach out to everybody, get that done.
When are we getting the scholarship?
What's that?
When is the scholarship going out, or has it already gone out?
No, we were talking about getting people who have received the award in the past to talk about their experience going to college, right? You know, not so much about the money, but just
Right.
how did that change their lives? You know, just something like a nice little thing to share with people about our scholarship.
I believe, if I'm correct, the twins just lost them.
Yes, I have a card for them if you want.
So I don't know if she's,
Yeah, we
No.
know.
like, that's, I only know her.
Yeah.
So I did know.
Do you think it's too much for the amount of time that we have?
Well, we have basically a month to pull
Yeah.
this together, in the middle of which we've got Easter party and such. I mean, I think inviting volunteers, and thanking them
Mhm.
is
That's easy.
well, that should be
Mhm.
something we can do. Getting an invitation out to a couple of politicians or something like that shouldn't be a big deal, but I'm just wondering if
Mhm.
maybe together a video montage or something that we really are. I mean, if people are willing and they think they can, but I don't want to overextend ourselves.
Might be a stick in the mud, but our attendance is often quite low for all these events.
Right, I mean, and that's what we were trying to improve by bringing in other people.
Understand.
Yeah.
And we talked about a potluck format.
That would probably be a better way to get.
That would get stuff.
Yes, people will come. Or more
Yeah,
people.
I'm thinking with the scholarship thing, it's a great idea, but I would probably want more time to,
Yeah, we can do it another time.
yeah,
Next year's.
it's also a lot of work
Mhm.
to put all that together.
Okay, so potluck, who's gonna bring what, or do we not need to worry about that yet? When is this? The 26th of April.
And whoops. We said 3 PM, correct?
Mhm.
And we always have, so we'll just do our usual reports, three reports. Three reports. Director of Finances, youth. Right, usually that's what we do.
Was the youth because of summer camp that we did it? I'm wondering if maybe they don't do that anymore because we're not doing summer camp.
I can't remember why we did it.
I'll look at the minutes from last time and see what all you said.
Yeah, the why is a good question. It's one of those like, I don't know. Why we do that? Yeah, I mean,
I could put together from my report, just like with pictures throughout the year, just to make things a little bit more interesting. If we do actually have a group of people, might want to see stuff that's happened. So I'll make my report a little more interactive than just me spewing facts out.
There's the minutes from the last one, there's the agenda, there's the director's annual report, there's
finances.
there's finance, I don't see.
I don't know that we did.
From last year.
From last year's. Maybe we didn't do that last year. We did it the year before.
What, the finance?
No, the youth committee.
I don't see any.
Maybe
I don't
we
think we did. I
second
think,
that.
yeah, I don't think we did.
Okay,
That's easy.
all right.
I think it was usually presidents, just like, welcome and stuff, and then director and the treasurer's report. And that was pretty much it.
All right. And we can just we can just publicize it through newsletter, Facebook, flyers, anything else special we want to do? Do you want to use this as an opportunity to reach out to donors, the ones who aren't on our newsletter list? And just potluck, just whatever. No pre-sign up, just. And is it potluck or is it potluck, like we're potlucking and they're coming, they'll potluck?
I think we are probably. We're not.
Do we know
expecting
how many
anybody
people
to-
we're gonna have now? That's the only thing. It's like, I would just worry that, let's say there's a lot of people.
Well, I mean, you have.
I don't think that's gonna.
There's
be-
never-
You don't think, okay, I'm like, that's you, okay.
Yeah.
I'll make some name. Name meal thing.
I thought it would do something.
The weekend amongst ourselves, it's like,
Yeah.
we're not asking people to bring it.
Right,
There
okay.
will be food served.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right, anything else on that? Roof grant we talked about.
Sorry, can I ask one? So did you, and I wasn't here last time either when we talked about this. So is this for volunteers is like
We thought we'd just
inviting people?
acknowledge the volunteers that have done stuff for us the past year. So,
Then
they included,
Then
people who have
you-
worked on the fundraisers, people who have, and I don't know in terms of actual like library volunteers. I don't know. So you give us. that.
Yeah.
Give those a back.
Not a huge, I would like to say thank you to Maria. I think that's the
Uh-huh.
biggest one,
Yeah.
because she's been doing this program on her own, as a volunteer.
Um,
I can think of. Let me talk to Jody and see who else has been
Okay.
helping me.
Okay, all right. Roof grant, we talked about, Hoopla electric spending, we talked about maintenance, so. We have several things that are gonna need to be addressed, so we've got the issue of what might be done with the grant, but then, so. I suppose what we're gonna need to do, is, since the roof is really a top priority. And the funding for that is up in the air. And whereas we might deplete our maintenance line of our special projects, if we have to pay for the roof ourselves. Because we have 15,000 in there, and that's 12 to 13, so that's a big chunk, that's almost all of it. I think we are going to need to contend with that.